Hello everyone, I'm the Filmmaker and of course I love movies and welcome to the Filmmaker Talks live on YouTube. This is episode 15 of the Filmmaker Talks live. Welcome everyone. We've got a lot of people already in the chat. Vinyl Collector James, Film Flick, Grace Hutchings, Cinematic Art 88, Film Geek and Shane Harrison. Welcome everyone. Now we've got Winslow as well, and today I've got a very special guest joining us, because as you know, on these live shows I like to invite guests on. It makes for a more interesting and entertaining watch, and so we've had like Nicholas on, Blue View, last week we had Vinyl Collector James, and now tonight we have someone very, very special, and I'm sure all of you already have subscribed to him because he's got many, many subscribers. If you haven't checked out his channel, of course, it's Movie Bug. The link to his channel is in the description. Welcome.
Hello everyone. How's everybody doing?
Here we are.
Well, first off, I've got to say thank you for having me.
No, I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for accepting.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting. I love doing these live streams, so this is very, very exciting for me.
Yeah, really fun. Let's just welcome everyone in. Max, welcome. Hope you're doing okay, buddy. We've got Jake Stewart, Hector. Yep, Film. It looks like we've got a fan there, James, or Movie Bug, however you want me to refer to as.
Whatever, just James Ado. Yeah.
Film Flick and Chris S. Now, I just want to say before we get the questions rolling in, a big thank you to where are we? Cinematic Art 88. Now, I believe you commented on my video I did today, Cinematic Art 88, telling me about the HMV Premium Collection sale that was going on. I had no idea. If it was for you, I might have been late to the game on that one and may not have gotten all the all the films that I wanted to get because I went slightly crazy. I'm not going to say how many. I'm not going to say how much I spent, but I did get 20 films. So
I must admit, I bought. I'm trying to figure what the number was in the end. I think it might have been 12. I bought myself.
Yeah. I only got 8 last year when they had it on, so I definitely wanted to get more.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Cinematic Art. So got this guy in here, Film Geek 13. Hey James, how you doing? Been loving your Arrow video pickup videos. Glad to see some new horrors in your collection.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because horror's always been one of my weaker genres, and I'll always admit when I don't know much about stuff, and horror's one of those genres I've never really dived into much. So it's kind of fun to be going into it a bit more now with a lot of these older ones, a lot of these kind of classic ones, because I get asked questions about them a lot on my live streams, and I'd never have much to say because I didn't know much about them.
No, I really liked. I also have got American Werewolf in London and Candyman. Still haven't seen them. Still haven't seen them since I did the whole. Have you managed to get around to watching?
I've got an American Werewolf in London high up on my to watch list. I think I'm going to try and watch that one maybe tomorrow night, I'm thinking.
Yeah. And I did agree with you in your video. You said that, most people are getting the original Candyman for this remake. That's exactly why I got it as well.
Because I'm not going to lie, I've never seen anyone really talk about this film much before the new one was coming up. And now all of a sudden it's like everyone kind of wants to see the original.
Yeah, it's true. So I'm expecting good things. Vinyl Collector James, who's this?
Oh, I wish he'd go away.
Got Harry Allen. Welcome, Harry. Hope you're doing okay. Geek Out Cinema. Welcome. Hector says, how's it going? It's going very well, Hector. I'm glad you can join us on the stream. Sup, Lucas. Hi, Harry, again. Eloise, welcome. Great to have you here. Film Flick. What is the best underrated movie? I'll let you answer that question first.
God. I really have to take my time to think about these questions. Underrated movie. I always have to look around for inspiration because it always takes me a while for things to come to me on the spot like this.
Same with me.
I don't really know. I'm trying to You know what I was watching last week, actually? I wouldn't say this is if I was to really think about it, I could definitely come up with something better. But I was watching this last week. It's a really kind of meh comedy film. But did you ever see that Adam Sandler movie called Click?
Oh no, I haven't.
I always found that to be a really, really good movie. And I think because it's Adam Sandler comedy film, it kind of gets brushed under the bridge.
Isn't Christopher Walken in that as well?
Yes, I love the concept. Someone who can control time with a remote. And there are some real heartfelt moments in it near the end where he's obviously skipping through his life and stuff. It's really sad. You don't expect that from an Adam Sandler comedy film. So
Yeah.
I looking around at inspiration, that's the one I'd go with. I'm sure if I thought about it, I could come up with something a bit better. But
Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna have to. I can't have to talk about it, but I'm gonna check a bit. I have to look on Letterboxd to see if I can find any film I've watched recently that I personally think is underrated.
It's hard to come up with them on the spot, I find. That's why I always end up looking around.
That many people talk about. God, I've seen quite a lot of.
I always thought Man of Steel might have been a bit underrated as well. I think people are just too negative on that one, I suppose.
I've got one here. This was it's Pain and Glory. I've recently watched that.
Is that Mark Wahlberg? No,
Antonio Banderas is in it. It's Pain and Glory. It came out last year. It's a Spanish film.
I have not seen that movie.
Yeah, that was really, really quite good. But not many people are talking about it.
Yeah,
I think Antonio Banderas got nominated for an Oscar for his performance. So it's pretty good. Yeah.
He's a really good actor, to be fair. I really enjoy him in most.
Yeah, especially when he's in the right role.
Yeah.
Got Film Flick. I would love those premium collections. Yeah, you should get a few Film Flick unless you're in the US, because she said I would love.
Yeah.
So maybe you're in the US.
I still don't have any. These are the first ones I've ordered, so I don't have any at the minute.
Yeah. They are really good. I think you'll enjoy them. Jake Stewart says, have you heard about the Game of Thrones 4K Steelbook collection Amazon that you can pre-order for £250?
I can't spend any more money on Game of Thrones after that last season. It hurt me.
Well, yeah, I managed to watch all the episodes and things on Now TV, so I think the only Game of Thrones I would get, unless I really want to rewatch the whole show again, would be season 4, my favorite season.
Season 4 was that was my favorite as well.
Yeah, but I'm not. First of all, I don't have anything like 4K TV or players. There's no point in getting the 4K Steelbook.
Yeah.
But second of all, £250, no thank you. That's just a lot of money for something that I do enjoy, that I have seen all of it, but it's not something that my heart's in it, if you know what I mean.
No,
the final season was just horrific.
Yeah, it was. I was so committed to that show. Like I even started reading the book.
In fact,
I was so committed to it. And
it's interesting because the only reason why I started to watch the show was because of the final season. Yeah. Because I thought I knew it was coming out in April, and I think I was in September. I thought, right, the final season of Game of Thrones is coming out. I don't want it to be ruined for me.
Yeah.
Apparently it's going to be brilliant. So I watched the entire show.
Yeah.
Get up to season 8, and then.
Yeah. I tell you, I've been watching since series 3, and that final season, I remember I was watching it with my dad because my dad loves it as well. And we were both kind of sitting there, and we were both just kind of like our heads were getting more into our hands. We were like, "What is happening?"
I mean, it's well made.
Oh yeah,
really poorly written.
Yeah,
like the writing is just it
ruins
the entire show for you. But again, the whole show I think it kind of started to lose its way at season 7.
Yes, I agree.
When the seasons got shorter.
Yeah.
But I must say, season 4, I love Tyrion, the character, really great acting, really awesome moments. So it isn't like the whole thing was terrible, because it wasn't.
No, it's a shame, because I feel like a lot of shows get remembered for their ending, and unfortunately Game of Thrones is not going to be remembered as well as it should be.
Yeah.
But Hey, that's what they get for screwing up the final season, I guess.
Exactly. They shouldn't have rushed it so much. They should have, spanned it out.
Yeah, another 10
they should have been rushed.
7 and 8 should have been 10 episodes seasons.
Definitely. Winslow's saying that he picked up 4 HMV premiums. And he's just saying that he's got Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, The Wrong Man, Chinatown, and Badlands.
I got Chinatown as well. I also picked that one up.
I already own Chinatown on premium, and it's hopefully it comes with like a digital code, and you can get that on your iPad for iTunes. It's really good.
Nice. Is it good? Have you seen that movie?
I have seen it, and I really need to rewatch it. That's why I got the premium for it. I got it ages ago. Still haven't watched it again, but it has had an impact on me.
Yeah.
So yeah, but about Badlands, I'm not sure whether or not to get the premium collection of it or the Criterion.
Oh, yeah.
I want to watch it. I want to buy it, but I'm not sure. Do I go with Criterion first or do I go premium first?
Yeah, I don't know. The premium ones kind of look nicer to me, but I haven't got any yet, so I can't really compare. I only have 4 Criterions as well, so I'm still kind of new to this.
Yeah, I mean, Criterions are more expensive, but they're both numbered, labeled, so I'd still be able to get the numbers in. I don't know.
No, that's a bit of a tricky one. I don't know. I think from I don't know, like seeing YouTube videos and stuff, I think the premium ones look a bit nicer because of the slips and stuff. But that's all I'm going on.
Slips are nice. I'm glad that all of them come with slips because some labels kind of have slips, but then they take them off and things. It's just all slips, really nice.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Anyway, Film Flick, says I bought Portrait of Lady on Fire a couple of days ago, and it's incredible. Well, I've seen the film twice. I'm going to rewatch it on Mubi, and if I love it that much, then I will get the US Criterion imported, because I was going to get the Cousin Artificial Eye, but then I got a 30-day free trial for Mubi, so I'll rewatch it on there, and we'll see the verdict. And if I completely love it, then I'll get the Criterion.
Yeah, it's funny. I was looking at it because I noticed it was in the 2 for $25 deal on HMV, and I had it in my basket today. But then I saw that in America there is a Criterion version, so I'm kind of holding out hope that they're going to put the Criterion out here. I could just order it from America, but I'm not in no rush to get it, so I'm going to wait. Hopefully they'll put it out here.
Anyway, we've got Hector. He says, thoughts on the Hunger Games movies?
Do you want to take that one?
I'll take that one, because I actually, during quarantine, I'd seen the first 2, and I had the last 2 to watch, so they're quite fresh. Yeah. The first one's the best.
Yep, completely.
Then it kind of just declines very quickly.
Yep. I don't know. Those last 2 films I thought were horrific.
Yeah, especially the final film.
Yeah,
really, really was just terrible.
I love the first film though. I really do like the first one.
The first one is good. It's entertaining. I wouldn't mind watching it again. No,
that's it. I could put the first one on again. The others, no.
Yeah. We've got Just Edit says, yo, it's your boy Skinny Pen 15.
No.
Hi. I don't know what you mean. Skinny Boy Pen 15. Oh, okay. Shane Harrison says, BFI has just announced that, I don't know how we pronounce this, is that La Haine? Something like that? That's pretty wild. They're releasing a special edition Blu-ray from a 4K restoration. Very exciting. I'm getting that, Shane. I'm sure you will be as well, but I'm getting that. Meant to be a great film. Probably won't watch it in cinemas. Depends what the situation will be like, but I will definitely get the special edition for it.
Yeah. I might get that. I will see.
Got Film Geek 13. Are Arrow releases worth the extra money? I'm thinking about getting the Weird Science and 16 Candles ones. I'm a bit of a John Hughes phase right now.
I don't. I mean, I never bought any before the sale. I've just bought mine during the sale.
I think Filmgate, you've just missed out on the sale. So you probably should have gone and purchased them before the 21st of July. Or
because it was literally I was making my last orders last night. It was like 10 o'clock. I was like, right, I've got 2 hours left. Is there any more I want to get?
A couple of days before the sale ended, I just got two more hour videos to get it through. But it depends.
Yeah.
I think when is they do? Does anyone know when the next Arrow sale will be on?
Do they do it twice a year? Is it twice a year? I've heard.
I'm not sure, but maybe just hold off a bit, Film Geek, because you're going to get a great deal when it comes. It's it's half price. No, it's buy one get one free. So
yeah, that's what. Yeah, I'd
one if you go on the Arrow website.
Yeah, I'd wait for the sale personally.
Hector says favorite political themed film.
Oh, well, I'll let you go first on this one.
Ooh, favorite political themed film? I don't know. I'm just gonna look again on my phone. What political themes? How would you define that? Would you mean talking about actual politics and things like that, like House of Cards style film?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be like a political subtext or something against politics or something kind of having a metaphor for politics? Do you have any ideas, Movie Book?
I'm not sure. I'm looking around at a few films that have political themes in them, I suppose, like Spotlight. I don't know.
Maybe 13th, the documentary 13th.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
Really good, really good, powerful film. So I'll go with that.
Yeah. I wouldn't know what to go with, to be honest.
All right. We've got a Film Flick saying my favorite underrated movie is First Man. That's a good one. Film Flick.
I haven't seen. I really need to watch it. That's the one with Ryan Gosling.
You need to watch that, James. It's got a lovely soundtrack. Cinematography is very nice. The visual effects are outstanding as well.
Because it won visual effects at the Oscars, didn't it? 2018.
It did. Yeah.
I was a bit annoyed because I was so caught up in what came out. Was it Avengers that year?
Avengers Infinity War. Yeah. I
was so caught up in one of the big blockbusters that year, and I was like, damn.
No, trust me. This film, there's special effects are seamless.
I have got that one high up on my list to watch.
We got Film Flick again. I watched Click last week and found it cringe, but it was okay.
Oh, fair enough. Adam Sandler is a bit cringe, I can't lie, but it's I don't know. I think it's a very nice, warm film, if you know what I mean.
Super Smasher 1 says, Click was my very first Adam Sandler film to watch, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just an enjoyable movie.
Yeah. Film Flick says Uncut Gems is my favorite Adam Sandler movie. That's very good. Yeah,
I love that movie, to be fair.
I've seen it 3 times, and if I watch it again, it may even get a 5-star.
I've watched it twice, and both times it was just incredible.
I wish it would come out on physical media, because in the UK it is a Netflix original.
Do you reckon they'll do a Criterion of it, maybe? Because Netflix have a deal with it, I think.
Yeah, I really hope it comes out on Criterion just to get it physically.
Yeah. No, we can. I really do hope, because I'll buy that. I love that movie.
Hector says my favorite recent underrated movie was Bad Times at the El Royale. It's quite a great homage to early Tarantino, and the cast is excellent. Yeah, I got Tarantino vibes when I watched that film. Seen it once, may check it out again.
Yeah, I really need to watch it. My podcast co-host Ryan, he keeps telling me to watch it. I really need to sit down and watch it.
Just scrolling, we have got so many comments. Oh my god! Right, we don't want to be here all night. We might have to just answer a few questions quite quickly.
Yeah.
Because I really want to answer everyone's questions. Harry Allen, Man of Steel is such a sick movie. Yeah,
I like that film. I don't get the hate. I get the hate on all the other DC ones. Well, like the ones that
I have to rewatch. Many DCU, I have to rewatch it. Get a proper opinion on. Grace Hutchings, I'm making a film called The Argument. Well, good luck with that, Grace. I wish you the best of luck with your film. Winslow says, think James. Yeah, James, when I said Pain and Glory, you probably think of Pain and Gain.
Yeah, very different film.
The Rock and Mark Wahlberg. And yeah, as you said, very different film. You've got Michael Bay in the director's chair.
Yeah.
Oh, we've clicked on the wrong one there. But Film Flick says, I'm in the UK, so you can get your premium collections, Film Flick. I really recommend you get some. Pain and Glory is so good. The presentation of it felt really intimate. And oh yes, so this is the one. Yes, Hector, Pain and Glory. Because now I just thought you were on about Pain and Gain when I read that. You thought the presentation of it was really intimate.
Oh dear.
But it was, yeah. Well, yeah, I agree, Hector. I thought it was a good film. I'm glad you watched it. Eloise says, Bedtime Stories was my first Adam Sandler film. Absolutely loved it. Watch it over and over again.
I think that might be my first one as well. It was either that or
remember that. Bedtime Stories is it called?
Yeah, it's the one where he tells the bedtime stories to the kids, and then the stories like play out in his head almost.
I've actually never heard of that film.
It was all right. It was a good film.
Got Rudy Clark Johnson, thoughts on the new Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season, if you've seen them. Haven't seen it, any episodes.
I've seen the first 5. I think 6 is airing now, or it's just aired, and I haven't seen it. But I always say this about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You've got to get through season 1, and then it's the best superhero show on telly, I think.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing.
We've got Film Flick says, I'm only on season 1 of Game of Thrones. Well,
don't bother.
No, he should, but then maybe after season 7, just look it up on YouTube and then you'll realise.
Yeah, no, I kid. The first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones still my favourite.
They are actually really, really good. But Eloise says she hasn't seen Game of Thrones. Maybe change that. Yeah,
it's worth a watch, that's for sure.
Yeah, and of course, it's a lot of people have seen it, so you're kind of missing out on conversations there. Hector says, have either of you seen Lost in Translation? I rewatched it yesterday. I still think it's brilliant. I have seen it, and I need to rewatch it like you, Hector. I did see a Letterboxd, and you rated it like 5 stars, didn't you, Hector? But yeah, it's very funny. I really like Bill Murray in it. It's got like nice little comedic charm to the film. Yeah. Good direction by Sofia Coppola. How about you, James? Have you seen it?
I've not seen that one.
It's on Netflix, I think.
Yeah, so, I like Bill Murray, so I'm sure I will.
It's a good one. Super Smasher 1 says, what is the best and most underrated TV show you like?
Well, my favourite TV show I would actually say is underrated because I never heard anyone talk about it. That was Black Sails.
I've not heard of it. So
that's my favourite TV show probably, and it's criminal that no one talks about it. It was amazing.
Well, I'm not much of a TV guy, so the only TV I watch is quite, popular and mainstream.
Yeah.
I love Stranger Things. I'm currently watching The Office US.
Oh, so
funniest show of all time. It is literally it is the funniest show of all time.
It is. I completely agree with that. I've watched it through all 9 seasons like 3 times.
Wow, yeah. I'm on season 6.
That's so good.
Every season is on Amazon Prime, so I'm just loving it.
That's where I watched it as well.
Yeah. It's great. Harry's Movie Channel, welcome. Film Flick, my favorite show is, how do you pronounce this? Ethiopia?
Yeah, I think that's how I pronounce it. I haven't heard of it.
I think it's one with Zendaya, and I do want to watch that. It looks very interesting from a filmmaking standpoint.
Again, my podcast co-host Ryan, he said that's really good. He's watched it. It's really good. The Zendaya show.
Yeah, I've heard good things. There are a lot of shows that I need to watch, like Breaking Bad. Haven't seen Ozark. I want to watch.
I'm literally doing Breaking Bad at the minute.
Yeah. In fact, I watched like the first 2 episodes of Breaking Bad. I don't know why I haven't gone back to it. Well,
it's weird. I watched the first season like 2 years ago. Didn't carry on with it, and I've only just come back to it.
Yeah,
but I'm having a great time.
You just got to binge.
Yeah,
very similar to a show, House of Cards. Haven't finished it because if you don't binge the show, you will not get through it. You cannot watch it once a night. You've got to get really involved with the story, otherwise you lose interest because it's a slow burn, but it's brilliant. But I haven't finished it just because of the fact that, I just haven't had the chance to watch it, and I can't really remember what's happened.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I've done that.
Second to last season.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got Movie Worm. Hey Lucas, hey James and Lucas, congrats on passing 600, mate. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you brought it up, Movie Worm, because I just want to say now that I did actually reach 600 today, and I did say in my story that 2 months ago on this very date, the 22nd of May, I reached 500, and now 22nd of July, I reached 600. So, and I would not be at 600 without, of course, the movie bug for that. That was just really
you fully deserve it, my friend.
Thank you. But yeah, thank you everyone so much. Thank you everyone for watching. We were very close to actually 30 people watching, which was my best record. I mean, we're on 25 now. So thank you everyone. Filmflick says Ozark is an amazing show. Yeah, I just mentioned that.
Yeah, my mum's watched that one actually. She keeps telling me to watch it, so I think that's another one I need to jump on at some point.
Harry's movie channel. What is the worst film ever made? Grimsby Brothers. That's one I like to point out as one of the worst.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I watch something that's so bad though, I kind of love it.
Yeah.
So in terms of like quality, it's got to be something awful like Birdemic or The Room. Like they're absolutely awful films, but they're so funny.
That's very true. Yeah.
I think the worst thing a film can be is painfully boring.
Yeah, that's one. That's the a film is to entertain you as well.
Yeah.
Among other things, educate you and make you think. But when you got a boring film and you just sat there twiddling your thumbs, or if you're on your phone, it's the worst thing to do. Switch off a viewer.
I don't know what I'd say is the worst film I've ever watched. Maybe The Rise of Skywalker.
Ooh,
maybe Transformers.
Twilight, the final Twilight film I've watched. Now you're probably wondering, why am I watching Twilight? Because I'm wondering that myself. Because I've only seen one Twilight film, which was the last one. Because on Letterboxd I'm a pro member, and on there, if you go on stats all time and go, there's like lists, and it's kind of like a circle. So I'm like, and so there's different lists you can complete.
Yeah,
and one of them is the top 100 grossing movies of all time, and I'm like 9 films away, and I just really want to complete it. It's got like a little bar, and it's like something percent almost done. It's like and all the films that I've got left to watch are terrible.
Yeah.
So it's
there is some
surprising Transformers film as well. So
yeah, there's some surprising awful movies in there. That's for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, Filmflick says I'm ordering the Marriage Story Criterion next month. Yeah, I've already pre-ordered that. Can't wait for it. Really cannot wait. It looks awesome.
I love that movie. To be fair, I thought that movie was so good.
James, you should really pre-order it on Criterion. It looks great.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's on Netflix. I don't want to pay $25 for it. When it goes down, when I can get it in like a deal or something, I will pick it up definitely.
Winslow says, yes, I forgot it was on Criterion, but not too bothered. Too bothered as it was half price. What are we talking about there? You're talking about Marriage Story?
Surely.
That shouldn't be that, because Marriage Story hasn't even come out yet, so it wouldn't be half price. And I think we'll find out our answer like when the stream finishes, because we've got so many comments.
Oh, really?
He will reply to me, and I will see his reply like 30 minutes later.
Yeah, there are quite a few comments here. I can see them actually. Wow.
Super Smasher 1. I only own 2 Blu-rays at the moment, and they are Sonic the Hedgehog 2020 and It Chapter 2. Well, everybody starts somewhere.
Yeah, you need to get the first It film though to go with the second one.
Yeah, we do. And It Chapter 2, my opinion, is horrific. It's really bad.
I was a bit disappointed with it. I can't lie. I preferred the first one.
Definitely. Cameron B. Hello, welcome, Cameron. Louise, recommendations of films that have a big twist at the end, similar to the twist in The Truman Show or The Others. The Usual Suspects. The Sixth Sense, if you've seen that one, Eloise, it's pretty famous.
I'd say Shutter Island's got to be the twist where it blew my mind the most.
Shutter Island's good. Because there's a couple of those where it's like it doesn't have a main twist, but there's lots of twists and turns, like a thriller.
Yeah.
There's quite a few, maybe not. But yeah, there's a few Eloise anyway. Filmflick says Parasite is a Criterion in October. I'll be getting that.
See, that one I'm going to get because I can't watch that one anywhere else at the minute.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I love that movie, to be fair. That was great.
Lee O'Kelly says the Steelbook. Yeah, the Steelbook is already out, but I've got to double dip. I just have to. It looks from the cover that Parasite is going to be like a digibook form, kind of like a couple of other, like Dazed and Confused. That's kind of like, it's not like a standard Criterion. It kind of just looks like that way with the cover. So yeah, I will be getting Parasite on Criterion as well as owning it on Steelbook.
Yeah, nice.
Harry's Movie Channel thoughts on Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Only seen the first one. Thought it was okay.
I haven't seen any of them.
Short and sweet. Film Flick says Marriage Story is my fourth favorite film of all time, so I can't wait to get the Criterion. I'm sure you can't, Film Flick.
Yeah. No, I'm not surprised that there's so much love for that film. It was. I remember watching it and just when it ended, I actually had to take like half an hour just to unwind because it was such an.
The writing and acting is just perfect.
Oh yeah, completely agree.
Cinematic Art 88 says, personally, I believe Sing Street is a very unknown film and it is amazing. Highly recommend buying and watching it. Also, the last Hunger Games film was unwatchable. Yes, we all agree here. But I have actually seen Sing Street. Don't own it, and I actually think it was just okay. It was enjoyable, but I didn't think it was anything that special, that great. I'm sure many of you will be disagreeing. I know Nicholas told me to watch it. It's one of his favorite films of all time. For me, it was just perfectly enjoyable. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, James?
Nope. There's quite a few films here I haven't seen.
People love it, so
I'm sure I'll get around to it eventually.
Yeah, Leo Curtis is a great Irish film, one of the best. Film Geek 13 says planning on getting them for my birthday, so couldn't really get them during the sale.
Oh, are those the
Arrow? Well, if you're getting them for the birthday and you're not paying them for yourself, then you might
even better than the sale.
Yeah. Agree. So, Shane Harrison says, what films would you like to see get a Criterion release, films that are not already in the collection?
Well, I think that Uncut Gems was actually a good shout.
Yeah, we just mentioned that. So, Uncut Gems, there is one really big film, which is very good, 5 out of 5 for me, Social Network.
Oh yeah, that was a good movie.
Oh good! Can't believe it doesn't have a Criterion release.
Yeah. I'm trying to think
because you don't want to, because there's over 1,000 films in the Criterion collection, so you don't want to say a film and then it's already in the collection. So it's
I'm still very new to the Criterion as well.
Yeah,
I only have 4, so I don't know much about it.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. If we think of another one, Shane, or anything, we'll get back to you on that. Super Smasher One says favorite film set in a war. Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a bit basic here. I feel like I've got to go like Saving Private Ryan, maybe, or Inglourious Basterds. Like those, they're just incredible movies.
Yeah. Where are we? Okay. Film Flick says Dunkirk.
Dunkirk was amazing on the big screen.
Very good. Oh yeah, I'm so happy I watched it on the big screen because it is. I think Christopher Nolan has really proved himself as a director that every film he makes has to be seen on the big screen to be fully kind of appreciated.
Yes, completely agree.
Yeah, so that's why everyone is quite shook up about Tenet and wanting to watch that, and it's release dates. So yeah. Cameron B says thoughts on The Timeless Child.
Oh, that's Doctor Who.
I haven't not seen Doctor Who. Are you a big fan of Doctor Who, James?
I love Doctor Who, but I hated The Timeless Child.
What is The Timeless Child? What is that?
Oh God, it's like it was just a story arc they went with. So the Doctor has like 13 regenerations, and in this episode, because it's a 50-year-old show, you've got these 13 doctors. This episode went, oh no, there was actually like 30 doctors that were before the first one. And to me, it was a bit like, oh, we've had 50 years knowing that this is the order. And now this one episode from New Who has just gone, nope, there's all this.
Right, I see that. Yeah, I'm sure as a fan that will definitely bother you.
And it was so poorly written and stuff as well. It was so like it didn't impact the story, didn't impact her. Like when she found out about it, her reaction was, "It doesn't matter. I'm still the Doctor." So we
is that like a new one? Is that like a new?
It was the last episode.
Oh wow!
And it was like it has not changed her character at all. So what was the point in doing it?
Oh dear. Anyway, a final clip to James says, "What do you guys think of Hamilton?"
Oh, he's done this on purpose. I know he has. I'm under the impression that you weren't a huge fan of it.
Well, I haven't actually seen it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
That's the thing. And the reason why I haven't, there's a couple of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I used to have a friend who was obsessed with the Broadway thing, like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
So the only thing I heard was Hamilton, 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 Hamilton all the time. And it got on my nerves.
I can imagine that
calling it Hamlet. So he just got annoyed at me with that. And then I was never interested in watching it. And then, of course, it was announced that Disney Plus would have the film version.
Yeah.
And I still wasn't really that interested, even though it has so much critical acclaim. People love it, including yourself, James. And then I saw it was like 2 hours and 40 minutes. Wasn't a proper film. I was like, well, it really isn't. And I wasn't going to add it to like my 2020 films ranking list because, in my opinion, it's just a filmed Broadway thing. So it's long, and I don't really have the time for it, even though I do have a time for like a longer film. But for a Broadway production, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll watch it. But at the moment, I'm not too fussed.
That's fair. Yeah. No, I can get behind that, to be fair.
Yeah, but you did like it. I listened to your podcast.
Yeah, so. I loved it. I think I gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd.
Wow, yeah. Well, yeah. I might start watching it. We'll see where it goes. I may, may not think it's great.
Yeah, once you've watched it all, you'll probably be like me, where like every song, that's all I play at the minute. My car, the way home from work, that's all I got on the Hamilton soundtrack.
Yeah, but we'll see. But you'll definitely hear about it if I ever watch it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got Leo Kelly, All Quiet on the Western Front. Is that that one best pictured, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
in the 30s. Old film, Leo Kelly, old film. That's your favourite war film. Filmflick says Hamilton was outstanding, so you've got lots of fans there. Erin, welcome. Have you seen Grown Ups? Yes, I remember thinking the first Grown Ups was funny and enjoyable. The second one was unwatchable and terrible.
The second one, I don't know what they were thinking. I don't think they were thinking. I think they just got together.
It was just CGI tires rolling down hills.
Yeah. The CGI deer was oh Jesus. I do like the first one though.
The first one's got a bigger scale than the second one. Usually it would be vice versa. It would be, first one smaller, second one bigger budget, bigger scale. But no, they keep it in a town.
I did like in the second one though when the J Giles band pops up at the end of that party. I was a bit like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't remember it, but because I watched it ages ago. But
yeah,
Thoughts on Under the Skin. If you've watched, I thought it was very too artistic for its own good.
I think I've seen this. Is this the one with Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah.
Yes, I think I've seen this a long time ago. I enjoyed it, but I wasn't blown away. I don't think.
I didn't enjoy it. It was just repetitive. It was just repetitive. I didn't know where the film was going. It was just trying. I found it slightly pretentious in a way.
Yeah.
We'll have Scarlett Johansson drive around and actually pick up real men.
Yeah.
Apparently she did that, and that's and it just kept on. And then I don't know. Maybe I didn't get it. Maybe it's not for me.
I get like that with films. Like I remember watching Midsummer last year. I found that so pretentious, and I was like, "This just isn't made for me." But,
yeah, I mean, many people said that, but for me, Midsummer was, it's one of my favorite films of all time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that film, but it just depends on the person, really.
Yeah, no, some films click with people, some don't. That's that's all it comes down to.
Movie Boy 328 says, "It is good. I like it." Okay.
Wonder what that one.
Leo Kelly says Adam Sandler at his best is great. Not great, just good.
I know. I kind of grew up with Adam Sandler. I've got a real soft spot for him. When he's bad, he can be terrible. But I kind of agree with it. Sometimes when he does really try, he can be really good, I think.
Yeah, some. Got Shane Harrison saying some really underrated films are The Beach by Danny Boyle, Queen and Slim, and Waves, which is A24 release from last year. Yeah, I really need to rewatch Waves. That was very good.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those ones. I haven't seen many Danny Boyle films, to be fair.
I haven't seen The Beach, but I've seen Queen and Slim. Didn't really connect with that film. Thought it was fine. You know, Waves, blown away by it. It's due for a rewatch. Filmflick says, controversial pick, I don't like Tarantino.
Ooh, that is controversial.
That's very controversial.
You know what? I always found his older films kind of... I like them a lot. Like, I like Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs and Jackie Brown. I think they're really good movies. But I wouldn't say they're like any of my favourite films ever, like a lot of people would.
I've not seen Jackie Brown, so I can't speak for that. I think Pulp Fiction is... I think when I first watched it, I don't know. Maybe I just thought... Maybe I was just trying to make my opinion a lot better just because I don't want everyone else kind of going, hey, you know, this is what you're doing. So it is definitely due for a rewatch. I've seen it twice. I do think the writing and acting kind of structure of the film is really good. But we'll have to see. That's a film that I'm wanting to revisit just for the reason of, did I actually love it as much as I loved it? Because right now it's 5 stars on Letterboxd, so obviously I love it, you know, so much. But like, do I really love it that much to give it 5 stars?
Yeah, I think I've only got it as like 3.5 or something on Letterboxd. I like his newest stuff. I like Django and Inglourious Bastards. They're my two Tarantino.
I think one of my big problems with Django is just the soundtrack.
Honestly, I really enjoyed the soundtrack. I don't know why.
Yeah, I just think it just feels too out of place for a Western.
It does. You're not wrong. I don't know why. It gives a bit of charm to the movie, I think.
Yeah, I think my favorite Tarantino film is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's my favorite, one of my favorite films of all time. I just love that film.
See, I actually walked out the cinema very disappointed in that one.
And I can see that because I know a lot of people don't like it because it didn't have much of a strong plot. It's kind of classed as a hangout movie. Yeah, it's more... I sort of compared it to Dunkirk, where it's like, it's not telling a story, it's there just to put you in the scene to make you feel like you're there. But I'm much more interested in Dunkirk because it's the war, whereas I'm not as interested in... I just think why I love it so much, why I have such a personal connection with it, is just because it transports you back into 1960s Hollywood. I mean, I feel like they went back in time to film this film. The soundtrack is so good. The cinematography is outstanding. Robert Richardson and Tarantino, when they're together, they can pull off some beautiful shots. I think I love the idea of kind of the movie star, kind of like a day in the life of a Hollywood actor in the golden age. But then it's also got, you know, trying to tell the story of, you know, shifting eras of, you know, 1969, the loss of innocence in Hollywood, of the murder of Warren Tate, going into the 70s with very dark, brutal, bloody films. Yeah, I just loved it. Really, really loved it. I did really enjoy it. I did. For me, it was the ending that got me. I remember being so entertained in that last 20 minutes. I was like, this is very funny. Very funny. I love the ending. Yeah. I've got Movie Boy. Watch, Just Go Without, and Bug Daddy. Oh, Just Go With It, I think is what he... Because I'm guessing he's on about 2 Adam Sandler films here. Just Go With It, Big Daddy, I'm guessing. Right, yeah, I see that. Yeah, that, you know, Big Daddy's like one of his old classics, and Just Go With It's all right. Yeah. It's all right. Grace Hutchings says, I'm sure James knows who I am. Oh, yeah, Sonic Boy. Right. He loved his Sonic. Erin says, my favourite underrated film is called Black Girl by Oz. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because I'm going to butcher it. But if you're interested in French racial issues, 60s, it's good.
Oh, that's fair
Yeah,
enough.
I've heard a lot about Black Girl.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll check it out at some point. River Boy, my favorite film is Echoey. Echoey. What's yours? What is that film? I'm gonna look that up.
I've not even heard of that film before.
Echoey. EOCKY. Well, it's not coming up on Letterboxd, so unless that's a typo, movie boy, or unless it's, I don't know what that is. Sorry. Anyway, moving on to Erin. Have you had the argument about The Boys yet?
Oh no,
The Boys show yet? I'm actually late. We have not spoken about The Boys, so thanks for bringing it up, Erin.
Yeah. Oh, how didn't you like that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it might have been under the circumstances that I watched the show. That being,
Yeah.
I didn't have much time for it. I kind of made time for it, but I thought the concept was really cool and really interesting, and I could get behind that. But the way it kind of shot, I wasn't a fan of. And I don't know, with a show, each episode's got to kind of bring you back. And I think I just stopped watching in the middle of an episode. I think I was too tired. I paused the episode, went to bed, and I never had the motivation to watch the rest. But now season 2 is coming out. I may go and try and finish. Oh, I'll have to start again because I forgot. Yeah. But I may go and watch it again.
I think you'll really enjoy it. I think The Boys was one of the better TV shows I saw last year. I really enjoyed it. I don't know. I thought it was. So I say the concept's really cool. That's something I've always wanted to see DC do, because I know in the DC comics they do a lot of dark superhero stuff, and they don't have the balls to do it in the films at the minute. So it's cool to see a TV show do it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just scrolling. We have so many comments. I'm getting scared. Oh my god, guys! Thanks for commenting, but yeah, I want to get to all of you. I don't want to be here all evening. I think we can go to like 90 minutes, but welcome, Madison. I'm glad you're here. I know you haven't been watching many of the streams lately, so I'm glad that you could make it to this one. Super Special One, season 6 of Agents Shield.
That's the season I haven't watched, so I can't comment on that one.
Hanif Ahmed, I found season 7 of Game of Thrones rubbish and didn't bother to finish the series. All my mates call me mental for not finishing it.
Well, you got pretty close to finish.
Enjoyed season 8.
I mean, at that point, I'd say you might as well finish it because you've come that far.
Yeah.
The ending ain't great.
What happens? But yeah. Super Smasher 1, season 6 of Agent Shield is an Amazon Prime Video. All right.
Yeah, I might have to watch. I'll watch it at some point.
Isn't all Agents of Shield on Disney Plus?
I think only the first 5. I think. So I think I'm not 100%.
Yeah. Billy Chalmers says my favorite TV show is The Punisher, Netflix. My favorite season 2.
I mean, I watched all the Marvel Netflix shows, but The Punisher.
Funnily enough, I've only watched The Defenders. I haven't seen any of the other ones.
I wasn't a big fan on The Defenders. It felt very disjointed, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, at the time I was a big Sigourney Weaver fan. That's why I watched it.
Yeah,
she was really good in the show. I can't remember much. I think it just took a while to get me involved with the show, but I finished it. So yeah, I can't really comment much.
Daredevil's their best one, without I haven't seen The Punisher, but out of the ones I have seen, Daredevil's the best one, without a doubt.
And Winslow says UK Office is much better, in my opinion. It's my favourite TV show.
Well,
I need to watch the UK Office, but I remember trying to watch it a couple of years back and just couldn't because I wasn't laughing.
US one is far better.
Yeah, it is. It's a comedy show, make me laugh. US one, I'm laughing almost every episode out loud.
Yeah.
The characters are so funny. It's just, it puts a smile on my face every time I watch it. Regardless if the jokes don't hit or not, I love it. It's great.
I really care about every character in the US office.
Yeah.
When I was watching the UK one, I only ever cared about Ricky Gervais, and I can't remember the character's name. He was the Dwight version in the UK one. I can't think of the actor's name, but I know he was in Pirates. He was the one with the funny eye, the little wooden eye.
Yeah.
That actor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And Morgan Freeman was alright, I suppose, but
yeah, I've just noticed we're on 30 people watching. That's insane. That's the most people I've ever had watching my stream. So to the 30 people out there watching this live, thank you so much. Thank you. I will try to get through all of you. All your questions. We've got Vinyl Collector James saying, great shout out for Black Snails First Class TV.
Oh, that's the TV show I mentioned, Black Sails, the pirate one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, as I say, if you're into your TV, especially if you like Game of Thrones, because it's got very similar production feel. It looks amazing. They went out, I forget where they filmed it, but they went out, Caribbean, somewhere like that to film it. So they got it. It looks stunning. The show,
wow, yeah,
incredible.
I may look into that show actually.
I think you'll really enjoy it, especially like Game of Thrones. I mean, it's different to Game of Thrones because it actually ends well.
Anyway, we've got Hanif Ahmed. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name there. You've got season 1 to 5 of Game of Thrones was the best as it built on the books. In season 6, it was rubbish since the writers had no book to look back on. Very true as well.
I liked 6. I did like 6, but
I think 6. I think something big happens in that season, doesn't it?
You had the Battle of the Bastards.
Oh yeah,
and you had the big scepter blow up in the finale, which I
was pretty awesome.
Mm.
And it made me like Cersei even more because I like her better with short hair.
Yeah,
I liked her before but she kind of looked like she didn't look as evil with.
No, I agree. I think
when she had it cut, I was like, okay,
yeah,
we're on. He's in it. Because I do like the villain. I really like the head of like the Lannis.
Tywin?
Yeah, the guy Charles Dance plays him. Yeah.
He's my favourite character in the show. I love Tywin. I loved him. I met him at Comic-Con because I was such a big fan. I was like, I'm going to meet him. He's great.
Yeah. My favourite character is Tyrion. But I do like is it the Lannister, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Lannister family is probably my favourite. And then obviously the Stark.
Yeah.
Stark.
Yeah.
Madison, but you pronounce it Euphoria. Oh, Euphoria. The show.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Madison. Euphoria. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I do not know nothing about that show.
Yeah, I do want to watch it. It looks great. I think, especially from filmmaking as well. Filmmaking. Cameron B, have you seen Duncanville on Channel 4? No.
Haven't heard of that one either.
And from Ed, what do you think of Quentin Tarantino? Why does everyone arse lick him in Hollywood?
I think established, isn't he? I think that's it.
Great writer, and great filmmaker. That's why, I mean, if you're good at something, of course people are going to, congratulate you and, give you nominations. I mean, if you don't think, of course it's all opinion, subjective, but if you don't like his work, then obviously you can probably wonder what's going on. But many people consider him to be like one of the greatest writers and a great director.
I'd put him in my top directors, that's for sure. I think he's got, he's truly captured the art, and some of his movies, I'd put Inglourious and Django in my top 20 films ever, probably. I think they're both incredible.
We've got Quasar. I'm sorry about that, my friend. I cannot pronounce that. I don't want to, mess it up for you, but I'll read it out. You've put, have either of you seen Dark on Netflix? No, I haven't. Hear it's very good.
Mm-hmm.
And Nicholas is here. Welcome, Nicholas. I'm sure you've joined about, 90 minutes ago. So welcome if you're still watching. Hanif Ahmed, have you guys watched any of the Studio Ghibli movies?
Are those the animated ones that are on, they've been put on Netflix?
Yeah, a lot of them are on Netflix, yeah.
I really, really want to because I hear they're amazing. They look amazing, but I haven't got around to it.
I had time for one of them. That was My Neighbor Totoro.
Yes.
That's only
Mm.
yeah, it's only 1 hour and 20 minutes. So I
Mhm.
thought, very short. I've got time.
Mhm.
Watched it. Wasn't a fan.
No?
Like it. And I can see why a lot of people do like it,
Mhm.
but it just really wasn't for me.
Yeah, no, I really do want to get around to watching some of those films, to be fair.
Yeah.
I might make it a point to do that maybe sometime in the next month.
Yeah, because I really don't want it to get to the point where I've put it off for so long and then all of a sudden they're leaving in a week and I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to watch like the good ones like Spirited Away and all the other
Yeah.
ones. They're all on my list and I want to watch them, but it's just the time because they are long animated films and like over 2 hours, some of them. So yeah, I will be getting to them, but I've seen one of them, one of the shortest, that being My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah.
But what's the best film you have watched that had an unexpected plot twist?
Well, I think I mentioned it earlier. The one for me is Shutter Island. I remember, I just so vividly remember watching that film for the first time, and just I don't know I didn't know what to think when it happened.
Yeah. I think for me, definitely The Usual Suspects. Have you seen that one, James?
I have not seen that movie.
It's got a twist. It's one of my favourite films for my mum, and she said, "Hey, watch it." I did one evening with her, and she loves it. And she actually watched it. I remember her telling me she watched it with my dad at the cinema when it came out. And there were these two. I think they were deaf. Yeah, they would have been deaf if they were blind. Why would they be watching a film? But and then once it ended, they both turned to each other and started, doing the and everyone kind of like turned to each other. I was like, what? So yeah, it's a very good plot twist. That's the first thing that comes to mind when I hear big reveal plot twist.
I will have to watch that film.
Yeah. Is Rambo 5 funny, James?
I guess this is going back to what we were talking about earlier when I was saying some films are funny bad and some films are just bad.
Oh, yeah.
Rambo 5 is just bad.
Yeah. I think Rambo.
I watched all 4 in preparation for the 5th one. And I hated the 5th one.
Oh no, I might watch the first couple, like just for a bit of fun.
1, 2, and 4, I think, were good. 3 is your typical 80s Sylvester Stallone over the top cheese.
Yeah.
5's just a terrible movie. In my opinion.
I mean, a lot of people think that, so I'm sure you're not alone.
We're going up for Razzies. I mean,
Hanif Ahmed says, I don't get the hype with Halloween. I think it's one of the most rubbish movies ever. I don't get the cult status it has earned. I just don't get it, really.
I've only seen the new one.
Oh.
I've not seen the original.
I've seen the original. I do like the original. And I think it's because, really, it was one of the first slasher films. I mean, of course, you had before it Psycho and all the rest, but that came out in 1979. But the most popular slasher franchises, like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, I go on to a lot of the cheesier films. Of course, I think Arrow Video have a lot of them. House.
I've seen a lot of them while I've been scrolling.
Yeah. They all came out through the 80s, so quite obviously Halloween has inspired them. And it is, if you look at it from a certain perspective, you've got this deranged psychopath, kind of stalking these teenage girls with this it's not, anything scary because, of course, sometimes less is more, and it can be quite disturbing. It's got a great theme to it, and I enjoy to watch it every Halloween. So,
yeah, that's fair. I need to make it a point to watch that because I've only seen the one, so I need to sit down and watch it. Really.
Yeah. Winslow says he was talking about Badlands. Now I'm gonna. Where was that? Are you talking? Because. All right, I can't find that comment that you're relating to, Winslow. I'm sorry. But yeah. Filmflick says he has 400 Blu-rays. Good collection, Filmflick. Good collection. Definitely. But didn't you say you've got no premiums? That's interesting. Got no premiums in the collection.
Yeah. Well, I must admit, I'm only just starting to add them myself.
Yeah. How many do you have, James?
Well, I've got 12 on the way.
Well, how many in your entire collection? How many Blu-rays in the entire?
I wouldn't want to know, to be honest. There's too many.
You know what you should do when you have a spare minute? This is what I did. Just create a letterbox list and put them all in there.
To be fair, I have put every single film I've watched on my letterbox.
Oh yeah,
but I don't own all the films I've watched, of course. But I've got. Well, I know I'm over the 900 mark on my letterbox in terms of how many films I've actually watched.
Well, so every Blu-ray I own 359 in my collection.
Oh, nice.
So I constantly update that letterbox list just so I can kind of look at it. But actually, when I get back to my actual room, I will be taking out a couple because I've got a few DVDs in there that I don't watch. The films are bad. They're just a waste of space. I'm either going to take out the DVDs and replace them with Blu-rays, or if they're bad films that I don't watch, they're just a waste of space. I've
only just started doing that, getting rid of the films I really dislike. I've still got a couple films that I dislike in the collection, but some of them are part of collections. Like I've got like I don't know, like Captain Marvel, which I didn't like, but I've got all the other Marvel films. It's like
I am quite a bit of a collector there because I do have every Marvel film. I put them in order of chronologically as well.
Oh, so you have like First Avenger, like Captain America first.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I just feel like that's the order in which I would watch them as a marathon. So
I really wanted to do, just because it's so many hours, I haven't done it yet. But I really wanted to do a marathon where I actually watch them in chronological order. I've never done that.
I did that for Endgame.
I'll do it for the next Avengers when there's like another 20 films.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got Harry's Movie Channel. Have you ever bought a Blu-ray and had a badly damaged disc/packaging?
I was actually in the middle of filming an unboxing. It's still on my channel. When I got Glass, the Blu-ray case was shattered.
What?
But the artwork and the disc was completely fine. So I just got an old Blu-ray and just put it in there. I could have complained money back, but I couldn't be bothered. The plastic case was gone.
Yes. I actually did get one. I did mention it on one of my movie hauls, which was the last edition of Christ and Criterion. I had to buy it again because the spine, I got it online, so it came in, and when I took the cellophane off and opened it up, the top of the spine, a bit of the plastic kind of flicked off. It did look terrible, you know, when you're at the top of the spine and it's just...
Yeah, it really bothers me. If I get a Blu-ray and it gets a ding in the post, for example, like on the spot on the...
yeah, I've got a couple, yeah.
If it's on the side that's facing in, I can deal with it. But if it's on the side that's facing out, it really bothers me.
Yeah. Anyway, Winslow, thank you for that. Old Boy. The South Korean one. Of course, there was a remake, but you would have to watch it first.
Yeah.
That twist, I cannot believe I forgot about that, Winslow. Thank you for bringing that up, Winslow. Yeah, that has... If anyone... Whoever asked the question about films with twists in and plot twists and stuff like that, Old Boy is probably the king. Probably the king of them.
I'll have to give that one a watch then, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, you do. Just be prepared. Prepare yourself for the twist right at the end. You'll never see it coming, but it does make sense.
No, I'll put that on my to-watch list then.
Yeah. Jack Henshaw says, when is the next I Spy film coming out? Need Freddie Rawson, Massive Teeth back on the channel. If you don't know what he's talking about there, James, I've obviously make films, hence the name The Filmmaker. And I made one called... I made two. I've made loads, but I've made like a mini franchise type thing. It's called I Spy. So I made I Spy and I Spy Chapter 2. It's kind of like a spy movie spoof. I play a character called Phoenix Rogue, kind of like a Johnny English type character. And he's very, thinks he's the best. He's got quite a posh British accent. He's, and Jack's wondering when the next one's coming out. And I probably would have been filming it right now, because right now I'd be meant to be on holiday, and I filmed them on holiday. But I don't know if Freddie's going to return, Jack. Hope, because no, he didn't die. He didn't die in the second one. Because 'cause, we had a lot of casualties in the second one.
Oh,
But I think he broke his legs.
oh,
In
nice.
film, not in real life. You got Susan Red. I've heard the next Arrow sale is going to be around Halloween. Oh, that's fitting, actually, Susan. That'll be fitting.
Yeah.
Arrow is quite into the horror. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm enjoying these sales, I must say, because like I say, the Arrow one's ended, and I've jumped on the premium one. I'll be all right.
enjoying them, but God, they've taken a dent out of my bank account, I must say.
Well, I just bought my 4K TV, and then these sales come up, and it's like, oh god.
It's like, okay, Criterion sale. Okay, Arrow sale. Okay, premium sale. Okay, it's like
they're just kicking us while we're down. It's
yeah. I mean, they've definitely got a lot of money out of me from that premium sale, I must say. Anyway, Eloise says she's watched The Sixth Sense about 2 weeks ago. She loved it and needs to rewatch. Good one, Eloise. And Ahmed, what are your favourite sports movies of all time? I'll let you go first there, James.
Oh god, sports movies. I'm trying to think. Eddie the Eagle. I suppose that counts. That's about the Winter Olympics. That movie was absolutely incredible. Fighting with My Family. WWE one from last year. I think it was last year, that one. Southpaw. I really enjoyed that, actually. It was a book. They come out the same year as Creed, and everyone was all over Creed, and I was like, I kind of enjoyed Southpaw more, I think.
Well, one that comes to mind that I haven't seen in a while, so if I ever watch it again, I may not like it as much, which is a film called The Program. And it's about, what's his name now? Lance Armstrong. How he was doping during the Tour de France, and my dad especially, massive cycling fan. You know, he goes out on his bike all the time, and we really do like that film. I remember he got it on Blu-ray, and we really do like watching that film. It's really interesting. So yeah, that's one sports film that does definitely come to mind. The Program. Anyway, B, how would you rank the Toy Story movies? That's for me. I'd go number 2, number 3, number 1, 4.
What's my favourite? I'd say my favourite's 1. 1, 3, 4, 2. I think I'd go.
2 at the bottom. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what. I love it. I love all of them.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. It's just the one that I go to the least to put on.
I don't know. I think that's the one that I just, whenever I watch it, I can't stop taking my eyes off the screen. It's just so investing.
Yeah.
So fun. So, you know, something's always happening. You've got a great villain, a great moving story, great, you know, lots of different jokes and things.
Yeah.
It's really funny in it. He is actually really funny in the first one. I watched the first one last night, in fact, and he's just like, there's a bit where Andy gets bed sheets for his birthday, and then he says, "Who invited that kid?"
Yeah.
I'm just laughing my head off, and he's really funny, even though he's kind of like the bad toy in the first one. He's really funny.
I still think the funniest bit in it was when they made Buzz Spanish in the third one.
Oh yeah,
I'd absolutely cry at that. I thought it was so funny.
It is good, yeah. But I'm not a big fan of 4. That's my least favorite.
I really enjoyed 4.
It's not bad, but it's nowhere near as good as the first 3.
They're all kind of on the same level for me. I don't know. I just really enjoy them all.
Anyway, oh, by the way, guys, just keep the comments to a minimum. I did have a scroll up, and it looked like some of you having a conversation, which is fine. I think Lee O'Kelly's been quite frequent, which is great. Thanks, Lee. But we want to get through all of them. Don't want to be here all evening, but I still want to watch film. And that film, I'm still wondering what to watch. Maybe you guys can help me out with that in a minute. But I've got Super Smasher 1. And he says, what films are you looking forward to see in the cinema this year? It got delayed. The French Connection, even though I'm kind of... Wes Anderson has become... He used to be one of my favourite directors. Now he's not. He's just a filmmaker that I really enjoy to watch. But I still really want to watch his new film. No, it's not The French Connection. Oh,
Dispatch, isn't it, I think?
Dispatch. Sorry about that.
To be honest, I haven't thought about that film since the trailer dropped, so I wasn't too sure.
I think it would have been out by now. Then Bond.
I'd agree. French Dispatch is probably my number 1, maybe. Black Widow. I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, it's probably about it at the minute for me.
Yeah, not that many actually, but yeah.
Tenet, I suppose I forgot about Tenet.
Oh yeah, so did I. I mean,
Yeah,
even
and
you did that. I forgot about that.
whenever Godzilla versus King Kong comes out, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be great, but I
it's
can't wait
gonna be
to
fun.
fight on the big screen. I think it's going to be
Yeah.
fun.
Leo Kelly says, any films that you think more people should see? The Mirror, Nostalgia, Hero, etc.
I tell you what, I watched about a month ago. I watched all of Taika Waititi's films,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got some which I really think people should go back and watch. Like Hunt for the Wilder People was great. Boy was fantastic, and I loved What We Do in the Shadows because I didn't want to
Oh
watch
yeah.
the TV series that they've made on it, and the TV series is amazing as well.
In terms of what I think people should watch more of, would be. So I'm just scrolling so many flipping comments, which is a good thing. I don't want to discourage anyone from commenting. But it's great. I'd say I don't want to go because I know I want to say 8.5 here because it's one of my favorite films of all time. But it is an Italian film made in the '60s, black and white, which would put some people off.
Mm-hmm.
But I love it. I think it's a masterpiece. So in terms of like the everyday person should see, because you mentioned a few then. Obviously, everyone, of course, is going to love a comedy, especially from Taika Waititi.
Yeah, I feel like people have only given him the time of day because of Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, exactly. But just a film that I think more people should watch that I enjoy. Kind of like back to the underrated question, you could say.
Yeah, it is really, I suppose, because you're picking films that not many people have seen yet you love.
Yeah, exactly. It's been quite a common theme through this live stream. But I think I'll leave it that for now. Harry's Movie Channel, have you guys seen The Fugitive? It is a must-watch.
Harrison Ford, that one, isn't it? Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah.
I've seen it. I really enjoyed it, but it was a long time ago.
Ooh. I watched it this year, actually, during lockdown. I loved it. It's on Amazon Prime, so I will watch it again. Harry's Movie Channel, I definitely will, because it is very good.
I think I actually own the Blu-ray. I've got it here.
Really?
Oh, here it is. I do have it.
I love that. I really do love that film.
Yeah, where's the camera? It's pretty standard Blu-ray, actually, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I did enjoy that.
Anyway, Leo Kelly says, great Harrison Ford film. I'm only on season 8 of Doctor Who. The talk of the timeless hold is making me nervous. I'm starting to think I should have stopped at the finale of season 4.
Well, with me and Doctor Who, you have the eras of the writers. You have Russell T Davies, who wrote Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant's Doctor, and his era is the best, without a doubt. And that is pretty much here. You had a bunch of specials between 4 and 5, which is when David Tennant left. That's really not a bad place to cut off.
Yeah.
But I do like the Stephen Moffat era as well, which cuts off with Peter Capaldi. The new era, which is, what's his name? Chris Chibnall's writing it. It's bloody awful. So
I've actually got a friend that is really enjoying the new Doctor Who.
I think
it's because it's a woman and she's a girl as well, so she kind of connects with it more.
That's the thing. I never wanted to be down on it because I was really up for the Doctor being a woman, and I know that every time I slag it off, there's going to be someone going, "Oh, you're a sexist," but it's the writing. It's the writing which is terrible.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I know basically what happens is because how they changed the Doctor. It's it's the same character but just in a different body.
Yeah.
So it's like if it's a woman, it doesn't really. If they're black, if they're whatever, it's the same character. So what's the fuss? So yeah,
it's just a shame, really, that it's become such a divisive thing. But
Cameron B says, "Could I follow you on Letterboxd?" Yes, the social media links to my Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd are in the description, so you can go check them out for everyone there. Leo Kelly says, the end of the Russell T Davies era just has a feeling of finality as well as my second favorite Doctor leaving. So that's another Doctor Who related thing for you, James. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't lie. I've only ever cried a few times watching a film or a TV show, and when David Tennant left, it was heartbreaking. I cried
Oh.
days after that.
Again, I've never really been into Doctor Who. I've obviously caught snippets of it from if it's been on TV at a friend's house or on a hotel thing or whatever. So.
Well, I still remember when I was younger. God, how old must I? It was 2005. I must have been 8 in 2005. I was around my grandparents' house sleeping. My parents gone out in London or something. And the first episode was on, season 1, episode 1. My grandparents were like, watch this show when we were a kid. And I was like, oh, sure, I'll watch it. So I've been there since day one with New Who.
Yeah.
So I actually kind of feel a bit proud to say that. I've been here.
Yeah, I mean, 2005, I would have been not even maybe a year old.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's crazy to think that it's been that long since I watched it, because I remember them vividly putting it on the telly. I do remember it. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's a great memory to have, yeah. Anyway, we've got Super Smasher 1, the 2015 film. The Walk was so scary to watch, in my opinion. Is that the one with Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah.
It didn't look particularly good. Movie Boy, what is your favourite film? Mine is Rocky. I'm sure you're the same, James. We cannot really pick a definitive favourite film. But as far as like a collection of films that you were to call your favourites full time, for me it would be 2001: A Space Odyssey, Taxi Driver, 8.5, Eyes Wide Shut, Goodfellas, Hereditary, Midsummer, The Incredibles. Anything else? Do you want to say anything, James, from favourites?
Star Wars. I'm obsessed with Star Wars, as people know. Yeah, I just grew up with the original 6 Star Wars films, even as prequels. I love them, and I've moved on to the TV shows. I'm reading all the novels at the minute. And
also The Dark Knight, Godfathers Part 1 and Part 2, Apocalypse Now, Back to the Future, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, my favourite films ones on, I'd say, like Jurassic Park, Jaws.
I only have 16 favourite films of all time.
It's really hard to come up with your very favourite ones, I think.
Yeah, I just cannot say favourite because there's so many. It's like, if you just say one film, then it's like the other films don't matter as much when obviously they do.
Yeah,
I agree. I was shaking in my boots. This guy is relatable. I don't know if you're talking about what we're saying there, Jack, or any comments, but anyway. Hanif Ahmed, what would it take for you guys to sell all of your Blu-ray collection? Whoa.
Broke.
Homeless in the street.
Yeah.
That's what it would take. Susan Red, The Great Dictator starring Charlie Chaplin was a great political / satire film. I just got it last week during the Barnes & Noble Criterion sale.
Oh, no.
I actually want to get
Criterion sale in America, didn't they?
Yeah, they've got 50% off. However, I still think even at 50% off, UK Criterions are still cheaper.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So we're quite lucky in the UK.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a Criterion sale. I think I missed it. I think it was last month or the month before.
Yeah, with last month it was 2 for £25, so it worked out as £12.50 for one Criterion.
I'll get the next one.
It was great. I went a bit crazy in that one as well.
Yeah, no, I just missed that one. I caught the Arrow one and now the premium, but I'll get the Criterion one next time around.
Jen Harrison says, would highly recommend picking up some movie Blu-rays. They've released Suspiria, Under the Silver Lake, and many more. The slipcovers and packaging all look so nice. Defo worth looking into. Well, I'm actually considering watching Under the Silver Lake tonight on Mubi, since I have a 30-day free trial. So if I do really like it, I may get the movie release of it. Just True, welcome Just True. He just says fancy. I'm not sure what I said or whoever what said when you put that, but anyway, thank you. Favorite shark film? That's not Jaws. Whoa, good question.
Do any of them matter?
I don't have a favorite one actually. None of them else are good.
Shark Tale.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of other ones I like. because I don't think I can think of any others I liked. I watched The Shallows last year, I
I
think.
don't know. I mean, as soon as I saw favorite shark film, I thought, oh, Jaws. Then when you said not Jaws, it's like,
because every other shark film I've watched, to be honest, I was into The Shallows, but then the ending was so dumb. I was like, no, don't care anymore.
I don't have an answer. I'm sorry, Eloise, but I like the little twist you've given me.
Yeah.
Hanif Ahmed says, I reckon Invisible Man is a shout for Best Picture at the Academy Awards if there are no more movie releases this year.
It was one of my better films this year, but I can't see it.
No, I think, well, you see, the thing is, Hanif, now when you release the film, if a film goes on Netflix, it will apply, it will be eligible for the Academy Awards. It used to be that it had to play in cinemas for a certain amount of time, but due to certain, the circumstances of the pandemic, now, Netflix doesn't have to put their films in cinemas to qualify for an Oscar. They can just put it on their service. So I'm sure films that are yet to come out, the new David Fincher film Mank, or the new Charlie Kaufman film, loads of other. Netflix are going to have another great year for films coming out on their service, because I follow them on Twitter, and there's almost like every day they say, oh, here's another one with a massive cast, great director and things. So there will be more movie releases out, maybe not in cinemas, but definitely will be eligible for the Oscars.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think Invisible Man will get nominated.
No, it'll be interesting to see what goes. I'm not sure if I've seen any films which could go up for awards this year. Maybe
The Five Bloods.
Yeah.
That will, yeah. Super Smasher 1 says, favourite film soundtrack? For me, Goodfellas, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. They're the ones come to mind. What about you, James?
Score-wise, I'm going to say Star Wars. It'd be one of the prequels.
Oh, yeah. So I thought we were talking about like soundtrack as in songs, because if we want to go musical, then it would definitely be Raiders of the Ark, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. See, I'd feel like, in terms of like compilation of songs, I really liked American Hustle. I
haven't seen American Hustle.
Yeah, the songs in that were great. You had like Tom Jones, bit of Wings, some really good stuff in that movie.
Obviously, James, you're quite big on vinyl as well with your old YouTube channel, so you kind of the music kind of way.
I like all of the older stuff a lot. Like when it comes to films like that, and like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Nice Guys, the soundtracks in those kind of films are fantastic for me. I think I love them.
Nicholas says, dude, congratulations on 600 subscribers, man. Very much deserved, and it's crazy how fast you got 600 since getting 500. Congratulations once again. Thank you very much, Nicholas. Of course, as I said, if it wasn't for the great movie bug, whichever way, I don't know why this thing kind of reverses you. So whenever you point, you point the wrong way. So it makes you like an idiot, basically. But thank you so much, Nicholas. That really means a lot to me. Again, I wouldn't be here because of you as well, Nicholas, doing collaborations with you and you shouting me out and retweeting things. It's just great. So thank you.
Oh no, it's a pleasure. It is a pleasure to help.
Yeah. So we've got Cinematic Art 88. For me, Dark Waters needs a Criterion release. It's an amazing film based on the true story, but is shot and for me feels like a horror film. Mark Ruffalo gives his best performance, and the DVD is garbage. Yeah. I think I can definitely see Dark Waters getting a Criterion release. It seems like the type of film. Yeah.
I have not seen that film. Do not know much about that one.
And it's a shame because I don't know why it just came out on DVD. Seriously? Now it's it's a relatively big film. I mean, with Mark Ruffalo, and it's a recent film.
Oh, yes, I do know it actually. It's the one with about the poison water or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, Leo Kelly says, have you seen a Hard Day's Night, the Beatles' first picture? I saw it because I'm a Beatles fan, so I thought I may as well watch it. I have since decided that it's my favourite comedy of all time.
I actually own it. There he goes.
There it is. Well, I haven't seen it. but it's on the BFI player, so I can watch it.
It's one of those things for the Beatle fans that I think it's actually I always liked this film because it kind of, I mean, it was trying to be funny. It's very dated humor, but it tries to give you the perspective for what life was like for them in the early 60s when they were, like the most famous people on the planet. It actually gives you a bit of respect for how hard their lives were. And so I know you step out a door and there was hundreds of people.
Wow, yeah.
So it's an interesting movie.
I will definitely check it out. Thank you for the recommendation. But Michael Miners saying, I really like your channel, Movie Bug.
Oh, thank you. It's much appreciated.
It is a good channel.
Thank you.
So Leo Kelly says, of course, the soundtrack is great, but so is the direction, cinematography, writing, and acting is great. It's mostly improvised by the Beatles themselves. John Lennon's, what is that? Addict with helps.
Yeah. That I'm guessing that's to do with Hard Day's Night again. Yeah, it's it's a good film. It's that's about as far as I'd go though. I think on it.
Yeah. It's got quite lots of different short things. I think this might be your friend Ryan James.
Oh yeah, James Smith. All right.
I was just thinking, wait, that shouldn't be a hate comment.
No, that's nice.
I remember. Okay, Ryan podcast.
Take the boy on holiday with me this weekend, and that's how he repays me.
He says he loves the setup.
Oh no, yeah. To be fair, I was very impressed as well when we started.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's good. I'd recommend StreamYard for anyone that's wanting to do streaming and things. Michael Miners, I like the stream again. Movie Boy, watch Lawrence of Arabia. I've seen it 3 times, so I've seen it. Yeah, I've watched it.
I need to watch that movie. I hear nothing but absolutely glowing things about it.
It's long, but it's worth it. And it isn't a 5-star for me. And my problem isn't the runtime. People say, "Oh, it's too long." Well, it isn't. It's just because I don't know. There's some bits, the bits that aren't in the desert, they're not bad. They're just not as amazing as desert scenes.
Yeah.
Anyway, Eloise says she's got to go. Great stream, guys. Going to watch the rest later because it looks like I'll be here for a while. Yeah. Thank you, Eloise. It's always a pleasure to have you on the stream. It's great to have you. Glad you'll be watching the playback. Sopranos is one of the best TV shows. Also, that's my parents' favorite show. They've got every season. I haven't seen any, so
neither have I.
I'll watch it one day. And Movie Boy says, and Raging Bull. Well, I've seen Raging Bull, but I do need to watch that again. Yeah,
that's another one of those films that I've just seen nothing but glowing reviews for, and I have yet to watch it.
We've got Blu-ray Madness. Sup? Well, welcome, Blu-ray Madness. Great to have you. Leo Kelly, Breaking Bad, and Doctor Who season 1 and 4. You're probably saying that they're great films or shows. Sorry. Movie Boy, Fighting with My Family is so good, right? I enjoyed it.
I was very impressed with that movie.
Got Movie Boy says the greatest actor is Marlon Brando for sure. He's great, but come on, Daniel Day-Lewis has got to be in that conversation.
I see. The thing is, I never know who to talk about when I think of favorite actors. I really don't know if I have one.
My favorite actor is Robert De Niro.
He's amazing, to be fair.
Sorry, my computer is it's on low, so I'm just going to plug it in on charge. I did think this would happen, so I've come prepared, so I don't have to go all the way to the. If you can just say the comments, James, and I'll just plug this in. So,
where we got to? I feel I'm still down the bottom. I don't know what. I'm lost on the comments. I guess I'll just try and carry on with who's my favorite actor and stuff. Because the thing is, I always want to just go with basic stuff, like just chuck Leo's name in the hat. But I know it's a generic kind of pick.
I mean, but he's in there for a reason. He's a great actor.
It's true. I love Brad Pitt as well.
Movie Boy says, "I hate Ghostbusters. My opinion." Ooh. Well, I think it's fun.
I love the original. I mean, the other two. But
Yeah. Leo Kelly says, good film to put in the background. Maybe not in the background. I really do enjoy watching that film. You should watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That's a Monty Python I have not seen.
I've never been big on Monty Python.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, I really don't like The Meaning of Life. That film was just not that great. I think The Life of Brian was quite funny as well.
Yeah. I to be fair, that's the one that I think I'd be most intrigued to watch.
I've got No Parking. Welcome, No Parking. Great to see you. Movie Boy says the greatest film of all time is The Godfather. Now that is a generic pick. If you're going generic picks for that, but it is very, very, very good, and I would put it in the conversation of greatest of all time.
Definitely.
And yeah, Lee says it's certainly up there. The Breakfast Club is recommended. I've seen it. It's really great.
I watched that for the first time over lockdown, actually, to be fair. I quite enjoyed it. Alex
Truman is here. Welcome, Alex. Lee says, not a big fan, but yep. If I want a hangout film, I'll watch Dazed. Yeah, I really love Dazed and Confused. That is really good. This is an unpopular opinion. Frozen 2 is way, way better than Star Wars 9.
I agree.
I have not seen I have not seen Frozen 2, but I already agree with you. Yeah. Leo Kelly says Star Wars ended in 1983, and no one can convince me otherwise.
I won't argue it.
I'm sure 8 films will disagree with you that have come out since forth, but yes, I mean, the prequels.
I grew up with prequels. I'll stick up for them. I like them.
Yeah. They're not. I think when they first came out, I think they got a massive bad rap, but since then, I think, especially Revenge of the Sith, people have been kind of going, it's really good.
Revenge. This is going to be such a bad opinion, but I'll say Revenge of the Sith would probably make my top 20 or 30 films. I absolutely adore it. It's my childhood movie. I used to watch it so much as a kid. I know the dialogue's bad and a lot of the effects are bad.
Yeah,
it's special to me.
It's good at the music and the story. For some reason, I just think as well that there's just too many zooms in it as well.
There are some horrific ones. I remember a bit. There's a scene in it where Grievous and Obi-Wan are staring off at each other. Grievous says something like, "Army or not, you must realize you're doomed." It zooms really close to Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I don't think so." It's like, "Oh, that zoom."
I just didn't realize. I didn't. When I rewatched it, I was like, "Why are we constantly zooming?" It was like,
they love it.
Yeah. Hanif Ahmed says, I use IMDb to keep track of movies I've watched, ratings I've given, and a watch list of movies to watch. Is Letterboxd something similar? It's pretty much the same, but better.
Yeah.
Because Letterboxd, you can do so much more with it. You can kind of, I don't know if you can on IMDb, but you can follow friends, so you can see what your friends have watched. You can put reviews out. You can make lists. Letterboxd is better, way, way better. I use that all the time. Yeah.
No, I agree. I really enjoy using Letterboxd. Actually, it's actually one of my most used apps on my phone, I believe.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely for me as well. I just use it all the time. Now, guys, we have actually reached like 1 hour and 33 minutes, which is insane. This is the longest stream I've ever done. So I'm just going to sift through the comments here. A lot of people who have commented have already had their things answered, so I'm just going to try and find people who haven't had their things answered yet, if that's okay with everyone. So I'm just going to go down to the bottom and kind of go up. We've got The Man With No Name. Hello, have either of you seen The Exorcist? It's one of my favorite horror film ever.
I've not seen that movie. I've not seen it. I'm still new to horror, as I was saying earlier on in the stream.
Yeah, no, I've not seen The Exorcist. Sorry, but I definitely need to. Joseph Hagen says, I don't know if you are a fan of Chris Nolan, but what are your thoughts on Tenet being delayed again?
Well, I think it's necessary. I mean, it was bound to happen. It's a shame. I feel bad for cinemas at the moment because they're suffering a lot, but what can you do? I mean, unfortunately, I think our government is very backwards. I'm not sure how pubs have opened and cinemas are still closed. There doesn't seem to be much.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me, but hey, it's just one of those things.
Yeah, I mean, films and the release dates are in big trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest movie-going market in the world is America.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, they are in the middle of a crisis over there with COVID-19 cases. So I don't know whether or not there's a possibility that these big films are going to open first, like in the UK and others, Germany, wherever, or other countries that have kind of recovered from coronavirus and kind of trying to get used to the new normal, as it's been called, wearing masks, sanitizing, all that stuff, and social distancing, because they need to be making money. And I don't know how much longer they can go without any new releases.
I think they're going to have to start opening up these big films in other countries soon.
Yeah, and I know people in America are going to be whining, but a lot of the time, America get the film before everyone else. So it's kind of like, finally we've got something that America doesn't. It's the way around most of the time anyway.
Well, it sounds horrible, but if their government had got on top of COVID-19 a bit better out there, then they wouldn't be in this situation.
And it is true as well. If the way they handled it is a lot different to many others. I think Trump thought that it would just go away. I think he's still thinking that, but it's a virus. It doesn't just disappear. But anyway, that's a different topic for a different day. We've got Bender Rodriguez says, thoughts about Coen Brothers. My favorite by these two filmmakers, The Great Lebowski. I think you mean The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, I really like The Big Lebowski, actually. That's a good shout. I enjoy that movie.
Yeah. But I think The Big Lebowski was actually just directed by Joel Coen. It wasn't done by Ethan. I think Ethan Coen wrote the film, but Joel Coen just directed that, and he did Fargo as well. So if anyone asks me who's your favorite Coen brother, it's just Joel, just because the films that he's just directed are great and better than just the two of them. I love Fargo. I love The Big Lebowski. And he just directed those films. But then again, did he just? I think he did just direct The Big Lebowski. Again, I may be wrong, but I definitely know he has directed a couple. Grace Hutchings says the argument is about a kid who loses a bus. Okay, I think that's relating it up to something else. But let's go. We've got Darush Adi, I think that's your name. Sorry if I've mispronounced anything. It says, thinking of buying Dread on Blu-ray. Not the Stallone one. Lol. Haven't seen it, but I think it may be cool to own. Please, no spoilers.
Dread. I love Dread.
I've
got that one here somewhere as well. Seeing if I can spot it quickly, but I can't. I do own it. But, oh no, here it is. This.
Oh yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
This film was great. I absolutely loved this movie. Because people have been banging on for years about them doing a sequel to this, I believe. TV series has crept up. There's been loads of talk. I think it's a bit late in the day for it now, unfortunately. But this film is amazing. It's so well to watch.
We've got Marty here. Welcome, Marty. Great to have you. He says, thoughts on Fellini's career post 8.5. So he's talking about Federico Fellini there. Are you familiar with Federico Fellini, James?
I might be. I'm not too sure.
He's an Italian director. Did 8.5, La Dolce Vita, La Strada, all sorts of different films.
Yeah, I've heard of a lot of these, but I haven't seen them. So I'm going to say I'm probably not very familiar with them.
It's all right. In fact, if you watched my haul that I did today, I did get his final film, The Voice of the Moon, on Arrow Academy. Marty, following on from that, says, I think La Dolce Vita and 8.5 are the only films in which Fellini truly found his voice. Prior, he was weighed down by neorealistic 2010, what's that? And after he was too fixed on surrealism. I think his neorealistic films are good. Like The Strider, I do need to watch Nights of Cabiria again, but his surrealism stuff are really interesting, and I do very much agree that he did find his voice. He found that was Fellini. When you think of Fellini, you think of his surrealism, you think of his, he's a fantastic director, very interesting one as well. So I think so again, guys, sorry if I've missed out anyone's comments there, but there is just so much stuff going on. We're going to be ending the stream now. D. Holyoke is here as well. Hi, D. Holyoke. Great to have you here. Right, yeah. So if anyone's got any final thoughts or anything to say, thank you all so much for watching. We're at 1 hour and 40. That's just the longest stream I've ever done, ever. Ever, which is insane. And I still need to fit in a film for the night. So it might be Under the Silver Lake, but that is like over 2 hours long. So maybe not. It might just be a Pixar film, nice and easy, nice and short. We'll see how it goes.
I think for me, it's just going to be an episode of Breaking Bad tonight.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to be up at like 5:30, I'd probably get a film in. But I mean, if I got to be up so early, I'll just do one episode of Breaking Bad and call it quits.
But again, thank you so much, James, for deciding to be on the stream, on the live chat.
Well, thank you for inviting me. It's been an absolute blast. I've had a great time.
I can't wait to do a collaboration with you on your channel. Drop me a message when we can film, maybe on a weekend, if that's better for you.
Yeah, to be honest, whenever, like I say, I'm going away next week. Any time after that, we'll work it out. It's easy to get it sorted.
So, expect me to pop up on the Movie Bug channel, actually. No, thank you all these new subscribers as well from James's channel. I hope you're enjoying the content over here, and I hope you stick around as well, because I appreciate it. And we've got on Monday. I was meant to be doing the game was coming out in our academy, big nice release.
Oh, yeah.
That was pushed back a week. So, and I've got no idea. I've got no idea why that. I just see a tweet from Arrow Academy saying, due to whatever, now it's coming out a week later. Oh, okay, I pre-ordered it, so.
Seems a bit strange they'd push it back just a week.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah. So hopefully I can get another video out for you guys, because I have been quite short lately. There has not been that many things coming out. I haven't been, getting that many stuff in. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just lucky these sales are going on, or else
exactly.
Would be very dry on my channel.
Exactly. So once the premium collection, all those come in, I'll do a massive haul of those. A few of them actually, because I got 20. A few of them won't come at the same time because some of them are temporarily out of stock. So I was able to get them in the basket. And do not be surprised if I buy a couple more, because in August I'm going to HMV, and if the sale is still on in August, because it was still on in August last year, I will probably pick one up from the shop, from the store, because
I must admit, I'm very desperate to get into a HMV, because I haven't been in one for so long now.
I haven't. I think they opened like June 10th, and I still haven't been in one.
No,
just I was like, is it going to be safe? And I live quite far away. I've got to go where my mum's going somewhere, but we're sorting it out. I'll be going sometime in August, so expect a big vlog for that. I cannot wait to share that with you guys.
I know what's going to happen. I'm going to come back from my holiday, and I'm going to be like, right, I've got nothing coming in the post. I've got nothing to look forward to. So I'll go on the website and I'll find like another 6 to put in my basket.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing as well, because it's great when I've just been constantly ordering things, because then it's like something to look forward to when you wake up and like Christmas.
I'm like that. I get in from work. I'm like, is there anything? But then you build yourself up all day and you get in and you're like, and then there's nothing. You're like, damn.
Yeah, exactly. Because my Criterion that I got, it was meant to come on Monday, and I was like, oh, it's coming today. No. Oh, Tuesday, it's meant to be coming today. Just one day late. No. And in fact, today I didn't even think it was coming because usually the post is here by like 11:15. It's it's done. So I was like, oh, it's not here again today. I was still in my pajamas, and then all of a sudden it came, and I had to get it quickly and clear my teeth and things and get it all ready.
It's nice when that happens though, when you're not expecting something. It's like on my channel the other day, I unboxed that Mondo Infinity War and Endgame.
I need to watch that.
Well, I wasn't expecting that for another week, and then it just showed up.
That is great, yeah. That's great. And a thing with the arrows as well, because I don't know what they do, but I remember when I 4 hours that I got the email dispatched, and the very next day they arrived. So that was great.
I don't know. My arrows have been taking ages to come. My arrows.
Really?
Yeah, like a week.
It took me quite a while to get the email that it was dispatched. I was like, what's going on? Where's the email? Then it came. I was like, oh, finally they're coming. And then the next day they arrive. Yeah.
I don't know. Arrow's been really slow for me. HMV isn't too bad though.
Yeah, but I did order my Criterion from HMV, and I don't know why, because I pre-ordered it for Monday.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what went off there.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the problem is because I use Amazon so much. When you use Amazon, especially when you got Prime and it comes next day,
yeah,
so spoiled with that.
Yeah, I've got Amazon. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, no, they're definitely the best. Especially, as I said, when you pay for Prime and it's like you get it next day. It's just it's the right thing.
How do they even do that? That's crazy. That's great. And how they just have do they have like a massive warehouse of like every single item in the world?
They must do. So when I get back from my holiday, I've already said that I'm going to buy that new game, Ghost of Tsushima or something like that. And I know it's one of the biggest selling games at the minute. And I know they'll have it in stock, and I know I'll be able to get it next day. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's great. They have a great service. Yeah. But anyway, thanks guys all so much for watching. You know, Film Geek 13, Harry's Movie Channel, Bender Rodriguez, Chris S, Madison, Joseph, especially as well, Leo, Kelly as well. You've been commenting a lot. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And we will see you in our next videos.
Yes. Well, nice speaking to you, everyone.
Yeah.